Tricks Maker Ninja channel. So now we are moving to the next exercise of class 9 NCERT maths. For maths new exercise, as we have learnt the exercise 6.1 in previous video. Now we will move to towards the exercise 6.2. But before moving towards the exercise 6.2, we have to know about some terms and prove some theorems before studying exercise 6.2. So some terms are which you have to know. First term, parallel lines. First one is parallel lines. Definition, if you want to learn about the definition, know about the definition of parallel lines, then very easy definition for these lines. The lines, two lines which never intersect each other. The lines which never intersect each other are called parallel lines. Means we can say, we can represent two parallel lines as that first one is it and another line is it. If we proceed these lines, they will never intersect each other. If we proceed these lines, they will never intersect each other. Means these lines are parallel lines. Or if we want to define it in other words, then we can say that the perpendicular distance between two lines is always equal at every point. Then those lines are parallel lines. Means if we measure perpendicularly distance, this distance, perpendicular distance, any place, at any point and any place between the two lines, perpendicular distance is, if perpendicular distance is same, then those lines are parallel to each other. So these lines are parallel to each other. Now, second one, these are parallel lines. Now we move to the second term, which will be used in our exercise 6.2. That second term is a transversal line. Transversal line. A line which intersect two or more lines at distinct point. Then that line is called transversal line of those lines. If we have two lines, first one is this and another is this, and one line is this. Since this line say L, this line M, and this is N, then we can see here that line N is intersecting line L at this point, and line N is also intersecting the line, another line M at this point. These two points are distinct. These are not same points. Means these two points are distinct. Then we can say that line N is a transversal line of these two. Clear? Any problem? You can say that if a line intersect two or more lines, we can represent any other line here. This. Then if a line intersect two or more lines at distinct points, then that line is transversal of those lines, those given lines. So we can say that line N is intersecting line M at this point, line L at this point, line M at this point, and line K is at this point. Then we can say that this line is a transversal of these lines. And we are seeing here that this line K is intersecting line N at this point and line M at this point. Then we can say that it is also a transversal. M is also a transversal for these two. K is transversal for these two. Now we move to some other terms which are important for further studies. Now look at this figure, and we are going to learn some terms those are related to this type of figures. Then first of all, there are some angles made by the lines raised. Then some angles, angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 angles are there in this figure. Then we can you tell me the exterior angle? Can you tell me the interior angles? First of all, if we look at this figure, exterior angles are those which are outside the figure, outside this figure. Then outside this angle and this angle, these are outside from these two lines. These are outside, and this angle and this angle, these are also outside. Then exterior angles, if we can write angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8. And interior angles, the angles which are inside these two lines, those are called interior angles. Then interior angle is angle 3, angle 4, this is also interior angle, angle 6 and angle 5. These are the interior angles. Now if we move to next one, corresponding angles. Corresponding angles, very important terms are these which you have to know for further study. Then since these are related to your theorems and theorems are related to your problems, so learn these and understand these and think how to connect. You can connect yourself to this type of figures. Then corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are those which are made which are formed by same event, same phenomena. Those angles are called corresponding angles. Means as I have told you that the corresponding angles are those which are formed after same phenomena by same event. Those are called corresponding angles. If you look at this picture, you can find some pairs which are same in phenomena or same formed after same event or before same event. Look at the picture. First one, if we move towards this direction, if we move towards this direction, we reach here. This is intersecting point, and this at this intersecting point, since we are moving towards it, then at this intersecting point, angle 8 is formed at the left side of the transversal. Angle 8 is formed at the left side of the transversal, and same event that before the intersection. Is there any other angle which have the same phenomena or same event? Can you tell me? You can see that if we proceed further, we reach at this line, and at this line our transversal intersecting this line, and before intersecting and at left side this angle is also formed. So these two angles are corresponding angles. You can say these two angles are corresponding angles because their formation is depend upon the same event, the same phenomena. So these are corresponding events. Angle 4 and angle 8. These are corresponding angles. One pair is found here, and can you tell me other pairs? As you have learnt about these two, you can find another pairs easily, since like this right side also there is an angle, and here is also this. Then another pair, angle 3 and angle 7. These are also the corresponding angles. Can you tell me some more pairs of corresponding angles? If you see here that angle 5 is formed after intersection and at the left side of the transversal, and here angle 1 is also formed after intersection and left side of the transversal. So these are also based on the same phenomena. So these are also the angle 1 and angle 5. These are also corresponding angles. Can you tell me another pair? Next pair is 6 is formed right side after intersection. 2 is formed right side after intersection. Both are based on same event. So these two are also the corresponding angles, angle 2 and angle 6. So there are 4 pairs of the corresponding angles. You have learnt, and you can think about these terms. Now move to another term. Next term is alternating interior angles. Next term is alternating interior angles. Alternating interior angles. Alternating interior angles. We have found that there are 4 interior angles. Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6. And alternating angles, if we count here 1, 2, 3, means 2 is, we can leave it, then 1 and 3. And alternating angles also we can find that we can change the direction. Then alternating angle after leaving one angle. Then if we move here 1, 2, 3, leave it 1 and 3 and 5. 1 1, 2, 3, leave it. 3 and 5 means alternating angle is 3 and 5. Alternating interior angles are this and another one. If we count from here, 1, 2, 3, leave it, 6 and 4, or 1, 2, 3, leave it, 6 and 4, means 6 and 4. These two are alternating interior angles. Now next, alternating exterior angles. Can you tell me? Write down the exterior angles, pairs of exterior angles, alternating exterior angles in your notebook, and after that check whether your answer is right or wrong. Right? As we have found that the exterior angles are 1, 2, 7, 8. The angles which are lying outside these two lines are called exterior angles. So exterior angles are 1, 2, 7, 8. Then alternating exterior angles, as I have told you earlier in this video about the alternating interior angles. Then can you tell me the alternating exterior angles? Alternating exterior angles are 1, 2, 3, means move it 1 and 7. Angle 1 and angle 7. These are alternating exterior angles, and move from here 1, 2, 3. Move it, then 2 and 8. Angle 2 and 8. Angle 8. These are also alternating exterior angles. These two terms are here. Now move to the next term. Next term is this, that interior angles on the same side of transversal. Same side of transversal. You can recognize easily interior angles on the same side, at the same side or on the same side of the transversal. So same side of the transversal. As you know, interior angles are these 3, 4, 5, 6, and angles, those angles which are same side of the transversals means in the side of left hand side or right hand side. Left hand side 4 and 5, so angle 4 and 5, these are same side, and next one angle 3 and 6, these are also at the same side of the transversal. These two are the interior angles at the same side of the transversal. These were our some terms which we have to learn and for the further studies. Now, if can you tell me the pairs of vertically opposite angles? Look at the figure and tell me the vertically opposite angles. Which are the vertical pairs of vertically opposite angles? Then if you recall this term, we have learnt it before the exercise 6.1. You will find that these two, 1 and 3 and 2 and 4, these two pairs of vertically opposite angles, as we have learnt that if when two lines intersect each other, they form two pairs of vertically opposite angles. Then these two lines are intersecting each other at this point. Then there are two pairs of vertically opposite angles, angle 1 and angle 3. And here angle 2 and angle 4. These two are the vertically opposite angles. But there are also two lines which are intersecting each other. Then there will be also two pairs of vertically opposite angles, 8 and 6, 7 and 5. Then vertically opposite angles 8 and angle 6. And next pair is angle 5 and angle 7. These are the pairs of vertically opposite angles. I have recalled you this term because it is also necessary for our further studies. So now students, we will learn about some axioms and theorems in next video. Till then, thank you. Bye.